good. Wonderful. Got my Longhorn.
Yeah, it sounds like I need to get you a new sticker.
I know, I do.
It's like, yeah,
I just stick it in the drawer. And a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring the KRIM Community Spotlight Program. Good morning, everyone. Chris Higgins in the studio and having a wonderful Thursday morning. Hope you are as well. This morning we have Payson Premier Dental in the studio, Dr. Kristen Wade, and also the brand new principal of RCMS, and Shelby Wilson. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Pretty
Doing
good. Yeah.
You had a little, Shelby, you were telling me you had a little gauntlet action this morning.
Yeah, we got to greet all the freshmen. They're getting to go into the high school, and it was good to see those 8th graders. Some of them got super tall, and they were a little nervous. We have all the teachers from the RCMS and high school sitting there shaking their hands, and they were nervous but super happy to see them, and they're gonna have a great year.
Oh, that is great. And Dr. Wade, I know you wanted to bring in Shelby, brand new principal to RCMS, to kind of introduce her, or I should say reintroduce her to the community, and we'll learn more about that and have Shelby tell us kind of a little bit more about her. But it's just great. Again, this I guess talks about or talks to your involvement in the community in the middle school. Last program, I believe we had Jake Swartwood in talking about the middle school and the gym project or the workout room project, and that looked incredible.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to see it since we visited. But
Well, the video, it was pretty well filled up in the video that was shot and showing all the equipment and the kids working out. So you were a big part of that, and it's just a great resource that the middle schoolers now have at the school to help prepare them for high school, and just make them better in sports and health-wise, clear their minds, and working out is so important and so good for young people. They have all that energy.
Yes.
Maybe if they're getting rid of that energy in the gym, then they're not in your office as much, Shelby.
Exactly. And it's been really nice because Brian Burke said that it's been nice because all those kids went up to the high school and they already knew how to lift, so they were able to, they had the correct forms and all of that. So Miles did a great job on teaching them what to do so that when they get to Burke, they can kind of really know how to do it. So it's a great program.
Oh, and it was fun talking before the program to hear your connection to Shelby. Well, your connection through marriage to Shelby.
We're not married together, but
but your husband, Gail Wade, who a longtime teacher at the school here, and he was Shelby's teacher.
Yes, his first year teaching, he was probably student teaching at the time, I don't know, or temporary.
Temporary teaching, I think it was.
At the high school, so that's where he started out, as the Payson High School.
Wow. Yeah, that is something. So, Shelby, how is it to come back now to Payson? And I want you to, I guess, tell us a little bit about yourself, but how is it, coming back here to Payson and to the school?
Well, luckily I was in Pine, so I went to the Pine Middle School. So a lot of the middle school teachers, I've worked with them, I didn't have them, except for Mr. Wade. And I still have a hard time calling him Gil. I still call him Mr. Wade. But he was my senior English teacher, so that was a little weird. But coming to it was kind of easy because I didn't have that there as teachers. I know that some of the other teachers come in and they're like, oh, I had Mr. Gable for class, and I had Miss Ward and all of that, but I didn't have that. So, but I did know a lot of them from just growing up in Payson. So,
and so after you graduated, where did you go from Payson?
I went to Chandler Gilbert Community College for a couple of years, and then I transferred to New Mexico State in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and then I got my first teaching job in Bloomfield, New Mexico, up north,
Mm-hmm.
and I stayed there for a while, and then we came back to Arizona.
Came back to Arizona.
Yeah.
And now, did you always feel like you wanted to come back to the Rim Country or back to Payson?
I'm gonna be honest, no. I
No?
didn't think I was ever gonna come back.
Really?
I thought, oh, I'm gonna leave and not ever come back. But after you have kids and stuff, you're like, oh, Payson isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So my parents still live up here and everything, so coming back, it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I think that is the mentality or attitude
Yeah.
of so many young people where they think, oh, Payson or Pine Strawberry.
Yeah.
This area, it's podunk, it's small, can't wait to get out of here, I'm going to be out of here, I'm gone. And then usually when you have children,
Yes.
if you have children, then the attitude changes a little bit.
Definitely, because I never planned on coming back until I'm like, okay, now that I have two kids, I probably should. I wanted to raise them in a smaller town, so
Mhm.
why not just come home?
Yeah, and it's great to be around your parents as well.
Yeah. I live a couple miles from them, so they're able to help me out when I have school board meetings and all of that. So,
Mhm.
so it's pretty awesome. It's nice to have family support.
It is, and it's great, being around family.
Mhm.
In fact, I didn't mention this to you, Dr. Wade, but I had a chance last Friday to meet your mother.
Oh, that is correct.
Yes.
Oh. If you go again this Friday, she
Yes.
might be there as well.
Oh, and we are talking about the beverage places, Friday wine tasting, every Friday from 4:30 to 6:30, and it's great. I love the small community. And she came up, introduced herself.
She
and it
did.
was
She heard
wonderful.
somebody mention your name, and so she goes, "Oh."
Yeah, no, and we had a nice conversation of how wonderful her daughter is,
Aw.
and I know it's nice.
awesome.
It is, and I know some people, if they're not used to that, they're like, small town, kind of
Yeah,
weird, everyone in my
definitely.
business, and But I know, growing up in a small community myself, it's just something you get used to, and it feels good.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, you definitely can't go to Walmart in your pajamas or anything because you know you're going to see somebody, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I've
that's-
come full circle on that. I used to worry a little bit more, but now I'm like,
yeah, it's like
maybe not the pajamas, but
Yeah,
but-
you notice so many things in life are cycles.
Yeah.
Just like you having Gail Wade as
Yeah.
a teacher and now coming back and being his
And now I'm his
boss,
boss.
his principal.
It's
I
kind of
know.
exciting.
Well, he already has, kind of straightened up a little bit, calls you captain.
Yeah, he calls me
So-
captain.
calls you captain.
Yeah, he listens a little bit, makes fun of me a little bit, but that's okay. I make fun of him too.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I am a little taller than him,
Right.
Yeah, so I am looking
Me too.
down a little.
A little. Is this your first time as a principal?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is very first time. I taught for about 10 years before this, and
Uh-huh.
taught 5 years at the RCMS, and then
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
decided this was not in my path. I did not think that I would ever leave my students in the classroom, but
Yeah.
I'm excited to be able to engage and kind of touch a lot more lives
Mhm.
because 150 kids came into my room that I got to touch, but now I
Mhm.
get to touch the 480 that we
Mhm.
have now. So it's gonna be super fun to be able to touch a lot more lives.
Mm-hmm. And just be more involved
Yeah.
than just having your students. but
Exactly.
all of the students.
Yeah, now they're all kind of
school.
ours, so I get to know all of them. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's what do you think? What do you see as maybe like one of the challenges or one of the things that you thought about that you're like, I wonder how I'm going to do this.
It's kind of being a boss to people that have more knowledge than I've
Mhm.
only been in the classroom 10 years, so
Yes.
having Nicole Ward and Gail Wade and all of them. I mean, I know that I can go to them and I can talk to them and I can
Mhm.
I bounce ideas, but just kind of being getting the mindset that I'm the boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That I'm actually the one running the school, so
Yes.
I just have to get in that mindset. But my team is amazing, so I
Mhm.
don't even feel like I'm the leader, not the boss.
Yes.
More.
I was
Does that
going-
make sense?
Oh yeah, and I
Okay.
was going to say, the teachers at all of the schools, there are so many incredible teachers.
Yeah, we're lucky.
Oh, yeah, and that does and should make it easier for yourself and the other administrators, at the school, because when you have teachers that, and I think it's really a case that they love what they're doing. They're so passionate and they love what they're doing. They care about the kids. I mean, the care that is shown the students here, the kids at all of the schools here, is just amazing.
Yeah.
And
that compassion is just there.
Yeah, because they really care about the kids, and also the support from businesses and people in the community that the schools get.
Yeah, we definitely couldn't run what we can without community help, so we're so grateful for them.
How, the support you see from the community here in Payson, how does it compare to in New Mexico where you were?
Well, in New Mexico, I was in a smaller town too.
Okay.
It wasn't very big, but I do feel like Payson's a little bit more close-knit and willing to help however they can, so they support the kids so much. So I think that was a little bit of the difference, and maybe because I wasn't from Bloomfield and I'm from Payson, I see it a little more, but I just feel like Payson just wants the best future for these kids, and so they'll do whatever they can to get that future, because they understand that these students are going to be our citizens, and they're our community, they're our future. So I think community members just want to keep that going.
Oh yeah, and the more we invest in our young people, the better it is for all of us. The better it is for them, the better it is for us as we get older and kind of hand the reins over to them, as is the case with you. It's great. So, Dr. Wade, also wanted to talk about something else that you're doing for the young people and families here in town that you're a part of, and that is First Things First.
First Things First, yeah. It's an organization that was created out of money from the tobacco tax. So we're able to provide different organizations monies to fund. We focus on 0 to 5, but there's a whole coalition of different agencies that get to kind of help out with that. So I'm hoping next month we can kind of bring in some of the regional directors and kind of talk with them, just to give a little bit more of the history on that. But really, like, just setting those kids up for success, whether it's through vision screening, oral health, education. A lot of the dollars go to providing scholarships for daycare. That's, I think, one of the biggest needs that we've seen. We've just created a needs and assets report, and that kind of is one of the top things that I think a lot of families are struggling with, whether it's the young families or sometimes it's actually the grandparents that are the primary caregivers and stuff too. So I just brought a flyer, and you helped post it, I think yesterday.
Yes.
But it's a free family event, Friday, July 29th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Payson Public Library. There's the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, so that's a great program, free books for kids that go to their houses. I think that was really nice. We saw during COVID that the kids were still able to get something special. So there's the University of Arizona Cooperative Extension, and we have a branch up here, and they do a whole lot with screenings and developmental issues and stuff like that too. So.
Yeah, it was great. Gila County library staff, they were at the Payson Book Festival last weekend, and had Dolly Parton there. Not actually Dolly Parton, but the cardboard. I know, that would be, she seems like a hoot.
Yeah, she would be fun.
Yeah, she needs to come to Payson. That'd be great. Maybe we can work on that. If anyone listening or watching on Facebook Live knows Dolly Parton, you have the hookup, let's get her to Payson.
Get her at KRIM.
Oh gosh, that would be, can you imagine what Dolly Parton in Payson?
That'd be awesome.
I think she could fit right in.
Yeah.
We're a kind of Dolly kind of town. I think so. Yeah, it'd be fun. Gosh.
Nobody would even notice, yeah.
No, yeah, right. I think Dolly Parton's walking down, the street, cruising down Main Street, coming out of Payson Premier Dental. Yeah, people would notice. They'd be like, that's Dolly Parton. So, this event, again, at the Payson Public Library, and that's tomorrow.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, July 29th
Yeah.
is tomorrow. I know.
Sorry, school starts Monday.
Yes, sorry, as you're laughing.
Yeah.
His parents were like, yeah, school starts.
Parents are excited.
Yes.
They are
Yes,
ready.
yeah.
I think the kids are ready too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most of them are ready.
Yeah, they enjoy that, being with their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that's tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And also, the vision screenings, I'd imagine,
Yeah.
very important because if children are struggling with their eyesight, they can't see screens or what the teachers
Yeah,
are presenting.
especially with so many of our schools doing one-to-one and have that Chromebook giving headaches, all of that stuff too.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So again, that is tomorrow, Payson Public Library. And then there's another fun event, and those of you watching on our Facebook Live, you see I'm wearing the kind of a Hawaiian shirt because August 11th at Payson Premier Dental, it's a national,
National-
Align Your Teeth Day.
Yeah. And you came up with something clever because you always do.
I forgot what it is, what it was, but oh no, we'll have it'll be clever. There'll be a lot of clever.
So
sayings.
Deanna's already designed a tiki bar in the office, so that's set up. So we'll have refreshments.
Yeah, and now this is sponsored by, or a big part of this is Invisalign.
Invisalign, yep. Our rep will be up here, and it was created as a National Align Your Teeth Day, kind of in recognition for Dr. David Galler. He is a big promoter of Invisalign or clear aligner therapy, and he's created a group. It's called the American Academy of Clear Aligners. It's AAE. And so I'm a part of that group and have just created so many friendships and everything out of that. But I think because that actually is his birthday, they created this on his birthday for him.
Oh, wow.
So it's just recognition. If people have been kind of wondering about what it would look like, we have intraoral scanners that are real easy to do, but it actually creates like a 3D model of your teeth. We can do a simulation that kind of simulates how things would look if they were straightened or aligned. And typically, for me personally, with my philosophy, I'm more about function. Aesthetics kind of follows that. So I kind of feel like, the better the teeth are in alignment, the better you can keep them clean, the less breaking, that kind of thing over your lifetime. So that's kind of why I was more excited about, the Invisalign and that kind of thing. But I like to be as conservative as possible. So.
But then there's the added benefit of the aesthetics.
Yes, always.
So that is great. And now that's open to anyone?
It is open to anyone. If you want to do the scan, you might have to call the office, just because I think they're setting up some time slots in the afternoon.
Okay.
But plan on about a half hour, and you can hang out.
Yeah, the tiki bar.
Yeah, tiki bar.
Yeah,
We should be having. I think Sarah's getting backwoods to do some Hawaiian pizzas for us. So all Hawaiian. And Sarah did just get back from, I think, Maui, so she's fresh.
She understands.
She's still in the mood, the Hawaiian, got the Hawaiian vibe going on.
Absolutely.
And actually, Sarah Hubbard commenting as well on Facebook Live, saying, "Hi, Dr. Wade."
Did I get any details wrong, Sarah?
Yeah, if you have any more details, just post them on the live, Sarah. I'll read them off. What is the phone number? If anyone listening, they would like to get that scan because they kind of want to check into Invisalign some more. What is the number?
So number is 928-472 844-8400. And you can call or text, so whatever you prefer.
Okay.
We'll get you scheduled.
And if you're not interested in the scan, maybe just want to get a little more information, or you want to hang out with Dr. Wade and her crew at Payson Premier Dental, you're a patient, or if you're looking for a dentist, because now with Dr. Hanley, you are still accepting new patients.
We are accepting new patients.
So that's great. So August 11th, and we'll be sure to get the times and other specifics out to you. Also a great opportunity for you to wear your Hawaiian attire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We might even have some extra grass skirts.
So next, whoa.
That's kind of cool.
Wrist.
Wait, I have my limits. Just haven't reached them yet or discovered them. No,
You and Mr. Wade as well.
I know. I know. What? He's been in the grass skirt before? I can't believe that. And Sarah said we'll have a Facebook event up soon with a link to the schedule online. So we'll be sure to share that on our Facebook page and share that on air. Because that just sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it will be.
A luau at Payson Premier Dental.
We're always looking for something to celebrate.
I know. Hey, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's have some fun, and you guys do. It's a lot of fun. It's great.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting too. So we have some employees, some of our team members that have graduated from Payson High. And I was walking by the hallway the other day, and they're in some of the posters for some of the different sports.
Yes.
And then I was looking back, because people change and move on and do different things. But it's just kind of about the community and about the relationships more. And so I just really, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I just want to enjoy those relationships. So the more we can celebrate, the better.
Yes. No, and that is so true. And Shelby, I want to ask, what was your favorite memory of going to school here in Payson? And it could be in Pine too, if maybe you had a favorite experience in
That's a long ways I had to think about for Pine, so man.
But just something that really stood out, if playing sports or
well, I rodeoed. I didn't really play.
rodeo.
Yeah, I did high school rodeo, so I had lots of memories there. But a lot of my memories were I was in FFA and ag, and so going with Mr. Stevens.
Yeah, was
those.
Wendell?
Yep, Wendell was my teacher.
Okay.
So helping with the greenhouse and all of that stuff. That's probably what I remember the most. And Mr. Wade's class, because I do remember all the crazy things he. Especially now that I work with him, he still does those crazy things. So I definitely
Hard to believe, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's
Walking in when I'm went to observe him once, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm back in class. I need to put my glasses on and my hair back. So it was all fun. Just the relationships that friend relationships and that kind of stuff. So.
And the FFA program over the years has been amazing.
Yeah.
It has, and so many other CTE programs.
The high school's crazy with them. I love it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and you really don't see that in a lot of other places. I think people that don't maybe get out of Payson that much, or they don't visit or go other places or talk to people from other school districts, especially in metropolitan areas, they do not have the CTE classes
that we do. I know.
No.
It's so nice that students are getting the opportunity to be able to explore all of those options. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, and getting hands-on experience.
Yeah.
Because you did in FFA and others in those CTE programs, it's not just learning from a book or presentations, videos, but you get to do it and compete, travel, go different places. When you were in FFA, did you were you competing in regionals, nationals?
I didn't do much of that. I did do the horse judging a couple times down in Tucson, but other than that, I rodeoed, so I didn't do much of any of that outside stuff.
Gotcha. Is that something you think your kids will be in? You think
they are?
Rodeo?
Yeah,
they are?
A little bit. Not as much now because they're
they're younger.
They're like, we don't want to do it yet. But but we have horses still, so they still ride it every once in a while. And
nice. Yeah, sure. We'll see you then out at the Northern Gila County Fair.
We are. My son actually has a pig that's going to be out there.
Oh,
So yeah,
really?
so we'll be out there with the
And
pig.
he'll be showing.
Yeah, and then my
And
niece,
auction?
my niece
Yeah.
has a steer that she will be showing also.
There we go.
So we will be there.
So that is great. And for you that missed our program yesterday, we had board members from the Northern Gila County Fair, Steve Smith, Steve Harder, and Debbie Henderson. And they shared a little bit about some of the changes, the new things that are happening, new layout, the Army Band, 108 Army Band out to play, do a concert, and also the opening ceremonies hailing our heroes on Thursday at 5 p.m. That should be amazing. So really encourage everyone to come out. It's a great time, but you're also supporting
Yeah.
all the young
Yeah,
people.
last year was our first year coming back.
Okay.
So we went there and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. They put a lot of heart and soul into that fair.
Yeah.
It's a great fair.
Yep. Somebody very heavily involved, I think in charge of the auctions, Cassie Lyman.
Yeah.
Lyman
she's-
Ranches, and she's done a great
She
job
has.
with the auctions, the shows, so
Mhm.
showing the animals. So it's a great time. Are you going to be out there? You think, Dr.
I
Wade?
imagine we'll be out there. I was just like thinking about how amazing your mind is that you remember like
I
first
know.
and last
I
name
know.
or something.
They just I try. Well, I like to remember. I try really hard to remember
Yeah.
people's names
Yeah.
because it makes a
It's important.
difference.
Yeah.
no, it makes a
does.
difference.
Good job.
Instead of hey girl, hey bud.
So he does do that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Wade, for
Thank you.
inviting.
Yes,
Shelby.
thank you.
Oh,
This was
I love
it was
And
awesome.
Well, and I tried to get Mr. Wade to come, and he's like, no. I'm like, all right.
He's actually in a staff meeting.
Right.
anyways, So he couldn't
He
come.
loves meetings, by the way. Just
I
so you
know.
He loves meetings.
We try really hard to make sure he's at every meeting, even if it doesn't pertain to him. We're
It's
just
like,
invited to all of them.
wait a
No.
second. He loves meetings.
Yeah.
That just doesn't sound
I know.
right. No.
He likes to draw in them because he's a ADHD, so he draws because he's
Drawing.
listening.
But
Yeah.
he's listening.
He listens.
I did have
It's
to,
amazing.
talk to him about that.
So
Well, thank you.
multitasker, so he can do things
Yeah,
and
I
listen.
think he has a hard time sitting still, so
Yeah.
he's a doodler and drawer.
Which is
and-
super awesome because he has students that also are
He can
like that, so
relate.
he can totally relate.
Yeah.
We have a lot of teachers that can relate to the way our students learn, so
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
That is.
Yeah.
Are you a good multitasker, Dr. Wade?
I thought I was.
Yeah.
I would say I'm more of a strategic planner, but the more I'm learning, I really need to focus on getting one thing
Can't have too many balls up in the air at the same time.
they all
Make
fall
it-
down.
No, they all fall down.
That's why you have Sarah, right?
Yes. Sarah, Deanna, my whole team. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, great team at Payson Premier Dental. Again, if you haven't met Dr. Hanley, wonderful
Super nice
addition
guy. Yeah.
to the office. And with his addition, Payson Premier Dental is accepting new patients. So if you are looking for a dentist, if you're new to the area, please check out Payson Premier Dental right there on Main Street.
Yeah.
And come out to their luau, August 11th. Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Well, thank you again,
Well,
Shelby.
thank
It
you
was
guys for inviting me.
Yeah, it was
great
great,
having you in
Shelby.
here.
Yeah.
Again, Shelby Wilson, the new RCMS
Hey, good job.
principal. I know. And Dr. Wade, always a pleasure. And love having you in every month to just share what you're doing in the community and what's going on with your office. So it's great.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. And thank you everyone for listening. Time to get back to the music with some Creedence Clearwater Revival, some Fall Out Boy, Bob Dylan, John Cougar, and more. But first, let's get an update from the National Weather Service.
Weather forecast for Payson and surrounding
I
areas.
know.
Now,
It kind of amazes me how much I'm like, how does he remember?